Hey everyone, how are you today? This is Juan Carlos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And today I want to show you guys how I'm making my ebook in Canva. Canva is a design application that a friend of mine just showed me a little while ago. And I want to shoot a quick video for my friend Cece that wants to know how to create an ebook in Canva as well. So Cece, I hope you enjoyed this video. And for you guys as well, whoever wants to watch this video as well. Anyway, Canva is a design application that's online, and I really like it because I can access it from either my laptop or my desktop whenever I'm home. And it's very easy to use because it gives you templates. And I'm a professional photographer and I love Photoshop, but it has a lot of layers and controls and stuff that is very complicated to learn how to use. And Canva is very, very simple, and it's very what you see is what you get, and whatever you move on the screen is what you're working with. And they have a slew of, or a host of amazing designs that you can start working with already. So I want to show you what I'm doing with my ebook. This here is Canva, what we have, and I was already working with my stuff here. Book one. One thing that I need to tell you guys, this cover was already created by someone in Fiverr. If you have questions about Fiverr, just send me an email and let me know. I can send you there. And I had already created the ebook before, but I was in a PDF format, and I really didn't like it because it was really hard to work in Photoshop, or it was taking too long in Photoshop, and as a PDF, it was really pain to put the book together. So the book is there, all the material is there, so it's very easy for me to now copy and paste and design something really pretty in Canva. And I want to give you guys more or less the rundown of how I'm doing this. So the cover was already made. I have all the text ready, it's just going to be copy and paste, and I have all the photographs already uploaded into this file right here on the side. Here where it says uploads, this is where you're going to bring all your photographs that you want to put on the book. And I'm going to show you more or less how to use these tools a little bit here. I'm not an expert in Canva, I'm getting the hang of it as I'm going along, but I wanted to show you this guys as soon as possible because this is pretty cool. I really like it a lot. Again, as a photographer who's been using Photoshop, this is great. Anyway, so here's a little bit about myself and the book. Things that I want to tell you, for example, you can select and choose whatever background that you want. I have bodies of text for different things. For example, this is here, now that you see this selected, this is one body of text that I used. And later on, I decided to add this tiny little body of text right here. Because there's a few goodies at the end of the book that I wanted to make sure I reminded some people. I have a lot of free videos that people can watch, as well of me using different apps as well, and so they can learn to do more things with photography and their iPhones. And all these elements are different elements were individually put in here, so you can mix and match and just get very inspired and do whatever design that you like. It's very easy. It's just pretty much drag and drop. But what I want to show you is how to put these photographs inside of the design. Because it's a little bit tricky if you're not really used to this. Anyway, so I'm creating all the book like this. I have my backgrounds and all that good stuff. And I'm not totally sure where I continue. These are my photographs here. I know that Snapseed are going to come. And I know that I'm going to put images, and I know that I'm going to put text. So the first thing that I want to find right here are some elements, right? I have my text right here, put my elements. I know I want to put at least 3 photographs together because I want to show them side by side, and I want to show the different process that I'm doing from the images. So I'm going to grab this one right here. You click on that and it appears on your next page, you see? It's as simple as that. And now what I want to do is just resize this to whatever size I think I'm going to want to use those photographs or those particular pieces of information. Since this is taken from my iPhone, I know that the photographs that I want to see are vertical. So it's very easy for me to visualize that. And I want to see 3 photographs together because as I mentioned, I had my book already set. And let me pull it out here for you guys so you can see that as well. It's in a PDF format and it's not pretty. It's not the prettiest book. As you can see, some of the text kind of meshes together here on top, and it was a hard thing to take out. And it was very hard to put the photographs together where I wanted them. Links are very easy to put as well as are in Canva. But it was very hard designing this book. I didn't really like it too much. Okay, so this is where I am in one book and the other one. So where are we? So it's going to be, guys, as simple as this, right? So download Snapseed is here, download Snapseed here. So now I'm going to grab the text that I have right here. I'm going to copy all this text. As soon as it allows me to copy all this text. Perfect. And now I'm just going to come back here to Canva and move these photographs down a little bit more. I'm not sure how further down I want it, but I don't need them there right now. I'm going to come to text, and I'm going to grab body of text right here. I don't need headlines or anything of the sort because that's already been done on top. Just going to stretch my text more or less like that. Select it and paste, and it's right here. I don't know why it's white, but that's the default, I guess. And I already, when I started doing my project, I selected a few colors that I wanted to use from a palette. So now I like this deep dark blue. And also, I like my text. Let me get rid of this for a second. And I like the text aligned to the right. So as you can see, you have all your tools right here to start doing all these things. And it's a little bit easy to visualize the design of what you're pulling together. I know that my book comes a little bit farther out. Filters. We need to correct a few words right here that I'm going to correct with you guys. I also prefer the edits. Okay. Before the best minute under tools. Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of space. We have enough pages here. First to specific. Or the blur filter, right? Magic clear look. Okay, you can. So, all these words that have a little red line underneath means that are poorly spelled. And fortunately, I have a spell check as well included in here, which is great. And now that we know the text that we're putting in here and we can format it in almost any way that you want, you can include the pictures as well. And it's as easy as we were talking a few minutes ago, guys. Just drag and drop. I want to see which images did I use. Okay, so you go back to your uploads, which is all the images that you put in here. And I'm going to look for the exact same photographs that I started the first image right here. Then I do a brief description of the tools that I like to use. And then I show you the filters, the filter options that you have as well. So I'm going to leave those in here, probably bring them a little bit up higher. So it'll allow me to create some commentary. And these text that you see here was included on that particular PDF via Photoshop. So it's a layer on top of a layer. So that particular text I cannot copy and paste, which is fine. But I remember I told you most of the things I'm going to be doing is copying and pasting. So that particular text cannot be copy and paste because it is part of a layer inside of the book. Technicalities when you use Photoshop, right? I'm sure a lot of you did understand what I was talking about. Anyway, so I'm going to go back here to these toggle buttons back here. I'm going to add a little bit of text. Your text appears here by itself. You can just make sure you put it in here. I like to change the color first so then I know what I'm writing and I can check it out. Now I'm going to have a little bit of a conflict here by myself because I'm trying to give a lot of directions in a very small amount of space. So I'm going to try to write some of these things in here that make a little bit more sense, if you know what I mean. This in the PDF kind of made sense. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you to death with everything that I'm going to write in the book and all that good stuff. I just wanted to show you how to put the book together. As you can see, it's very easy to drag and drop, and I want to show you a couple more things. So I'm just going to be doing my text, moving text around and all the good stuff. But now adding a new page is as easy as just clicking on the button. You just scroll up and you see all the pages that you have, which is great. But let's play with this page for a little bit so I can show you what else you can do so you can get a very good understanding of an idea of what you can pull off together. So you have different layouts that you can start playing with right here. You have a ton of layouts. If you don't have an idea of what you want, go through layouts, check them out, play with them, and just make them your own. Make sure you have your colors and all that good stuff. Elements. Explore all these element tabs. You have a ton of things here in the elements as well, not just grids. I use grids to place photographs or images depending on how many, and I want to put them on the grids, but you have frames, free photographs, shapes, lines, illustrations, icons, a ton of stuff that you can be playing with. For example, let's say that you need some shapes. Let's say you're going to do a post or an advertising for something either on Facebook or on Instagram and whatnot. There's a ton of things here that they'll start appearing on the side. And again, this is very easy. It's as easy, I mean, as to just choose the one that you like. It's going to appear right here. Move it around. You can change colors as well, from all sorts of stuff. Well, I didn't like that at all. So, but anyway, this is a good way for you guys to explore all the different elements that you have here. They have obviously paid elements. You have shapes. You have frames. Frames are pretty cool. The grids that we were using, of course, out of Canva. You have charts, icons. For example, if you want to use an icon for a particular ad or something like that, you have a ton of icons that you can use right here. You can just also just drag and drop. As easy as moving it around. Put something on the side. Put it in here. Let's move it down. Let's grab a headline. Put your headline on over here on top. That's something. So press 4 times. And I want to clock this here. Let's choose that palette or that color. Matches the watch a little bit, which I kind of like. And as you can see, you can just play with this design and do pretty much whatever you guys like. So I'm going to stop right here because I don't want to make this video too long. I just want you guys to figure out what you can do with Canva and to give you a good feel of what I'm going to do in my ebook. And just play with it and have fun and tell me how it went. And if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to reach out, okay? Take care.